Hello, everyone. Just checking everyone can hear me. It's all good? Yep, great. So I hope everyone's well, and I'm here today to talk to you about why you should get certified. And I'm going to call upon some of my personal experience during my Salesforce career for why you should get certified. So I joke a bit about leading a bit of a double life in my career. So I'm a Pardot and Salesforce consultant, but I'm also the editor of Salesforce Ben and The Drip, which are two Salesforce blogs, independent blogs. And the main reason that the team asked me to come speak to you today is that I'm 6 times certified across different product areas. And I've been in a number of different roles during my Salesforce career. Next slide, please, Verity. So I'm not going to bore you with my complete career path, but what you can see is that I've been in a number of different roles for different types of organizations, regions. I've also worked with different work modes. So for example, as an employee, as a subcontractor for some consultancies, freelancing. But I think the key takeaway is that Salesforce as a skill in whatever specialization you choose is a transferable skill set, and my certifications absolutely have been assets that have helped me to go on this career path. Next slide, please. So just a quick bit about Salesforce Ben and what we do. So we're one of the largest independent Salesforce blogs in the world. And you'll see some stats on the screen here. But our content is written by members of the Salesforce community. So what people love about the blog is that there's a lot of crowdsourced tips from people that have been through the same certification journeys as you will be embarking on. Career and career progression are one of our most popular categories. And we have a members section that's dedicated to giving you practice questions for certifications as well. So that's why, that's another reason why I'm here to share my tips with you. Next slide, please. So why should you get certified? Well, I sat down to think about this, and especially for consulting partners like yourselves, I came up with 4 reasons to share with you today. So that's salary expectations, having confidence in your specialization, building cross-cloud knowledge, and generally just having a sense of accomplishment throughout your career. Next slide, please. So first up, salary. Maybe this isn't the most, I suppose, altruistic reason to get certified, but it's something that people are very interested in. People are interested in bettering themselves. And we talk about salary a lot on the blog. Every year there's a recruitment firm called Mason Frank that run a global salary survey, which is the largest of its kind, to measure how salaries are placed in the Salesforce ecosystem. And this is a couple of findings from their 2019 report. So they found that after earning a certification, 44% of the respondents said their salary increased. And out of those people whose salary increased, they calculated that it increased by an average of 24%. And that's just a great reason to get certified for yourself as a personal gain. But having certifications can also help you negotiate a promotion or to work on more complex projects. It's that seal of confidence that that helps you to progress in that way as well. And also there's also the incentive for partners, because it contributes to the partner score. But of course, just be aware that there's some certifications that are worth more points than others. If you were looking to use certifications as leverage to increase your salary. But you can find that information online, as well as resources like our salary guides on the blog. Next slide, please. So next up is confidence in your specialisation. Certification exams, and I know I've been through more than 6 because there's one that I failed. So I've been through probably about 7 or 8 certification exams, and they are designed to really test your knowledge. They aim to catch out parroting. So that's people who simply will study just to pass the test without being able to apply their knowledge effectively. So the questions try to catch out that. You have to really read them carefully. But this kind of coverage when you're studying and taking the exam will give you confidence when you do go into client-facing projects, and because you're training yourself to closely study use cases and be able to apply that to whatever clients have in their real life situations. And it's different from, I suppose, traditional self-learning, the traditional trailhead modules that were very guided. And of course, there are now super badges, which aim to kind of close that gap between self-learning and actually going out in the field and consulting. But there's really nothing quite like the discipline studying for one of these exams and passing it that will gear you up for a long and successful consulting career. And then cross-cloud knowledge, which I suppose is something to look forward to future-proof your career and your consulting business. The Salesforce platform is expanding, and a lot of customers will buy into one product and then so land and then expand, buying up other products. But because the Salesforce platform is a platform, all the products are connected, no products isolated, and it's very useful to have knowledge of more than one product and their features. For example, I have Pardot, I'm a Pardot specialist, but I also am certified in Service Cloud, which means I understand if someone wants to connect up Service Cloud with their Pardot, then I understand how both products work. So then it opens up the door to also niche combinations that may give you a competitive edge. One that I thought of would be Pardot and CPQ. That's not very common, and it could open you up to be the go-to person for projects that have those 2 products. Next slide, please. And finally, a sense of accomplishment. Certifications make the perfect goals, to a milestone to work towards. And these really help dispel, building in a sense of accomplishment regularly helps dispel like self-doubt and feelings that you're out of your depth, which when you're a consultant can be quite common because people are looking to you as the expert, and it's quite a lot of pressure sometimes. But it also gives you a real motivation boost to have these accomplishments and to become highly engaged with your work. And yes, just generally for career progression, it's just a great boost for that as well, generally. And that's all I have today.
Great, thanks, thanks, Lucy. It was really, that was really interesting.